So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now a play fake. Lance. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. He's got it to the 43 here. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. On 2nd and 7, Lance. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the 2-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to power it ahead with Watt. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. after one, a one-point game, 7-6. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Going with a big fullback, Watt. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they're going to have poor starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 10-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Lance looking to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Play action, now it's Lance. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Lance. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Michael Pittman, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jags have retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Wentz now to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Play action. Now Wentz. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. On first down, Wentz.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think
touchdown, Jaguars.
Michael Pittman.
His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go
as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake. Wentz dancing to his left.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Lance's throw here into the hands of Jones.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
He's going to try and go deep again. And his pass is intercepted.
This is going to be the league leader in interceptions right here, boy. I love Mr. Cisco. He will never get traded. This is why he will never get traded. He just keeps catching picks. That's all he does. You see? Right.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it up ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
I'm okay with this, bro. Even though the first pick was some bullshit, there ain't no way Shaquille Leonard is keeping up with Christian Kirk in the race. I just don't see it. Cool.
They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches remember perfections in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, it's a great spot for them to go to
put 18 to work.
Really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll go again.
But it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
At the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And now they'll throw with Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the right side, this is Taylor. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And now here is another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of
a big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Darren Waller, 75 yards. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On play action, Lance. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Etienne once more. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board. Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Etienne will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. And that that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll look downfield for Waller. And got his man complete. Touchdown Colts. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like Sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the Sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Touchdown! Michael Pittman from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. And that's going to be incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. And that
incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing is Wentz. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it.
What am I watching? What am I watching? What am I watching? He should have been 6 picks on the day with that bullshit. Yep, still gonna be 6 picks. Give me that shit. Come here. Nah, go down. We gonna get this last offensive drive.
Point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issues here. Maybe taking chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game.
Yeah, that's okay.
Defense, they really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition. Almost speed we're watching.
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's going to use the first of their timeouts as they're stepping with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually drops for a huge loss.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Jones. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now Lance. And that's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Lance going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
McManus's point after is good, and that will make this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Short kick. One of the other will take it down. One final try now for Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jags, first touchdown here today, they're up to 5-1. And they'll return next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. They'll try to rebound next week on the road